Hello, dear friends, and good morning on Venus Day, Friday. And the wonderful thing is that Venus is our main change basically today, bringing the main change of the day, because Venus is finally moving to Sagittarius, and most importantly, Venus is leaving Scorpio. Scorpio is one of the most difficult positions for Venus. So for the last couple of weeks, the emotional atmosphere might have been more intense, or maybe there have been some kind of uh, possible conflicts or more drama. Of course, Venus in Scorpio has a more harmonious side, which is related to deepening our connections, our relationships, or something which is like very important for us and our heart. But Venus is now finally in Sagittarius, which totally changes the emotional atmosphere. Now is the time for more lightness, for more inspiration, for looking more towards your future. What would you like to experience? Not so much digging into the past or searching where are the problems or what do you need to fix, or Venus in Sagittarius has a very different perspective. And it's very important because Venus is related also to our desires, generally what we want. And Venus in Sagittarius can help us to expand, to allow ourselves to want more and to go for it, to do something about it. Venus in Sagittarius can bring more optimism, also more faith, and overall time for more excitement, more fun, more attention, demonstrating more your desires. Especially for women, this is the time to shine more, to expose, to represent something, or also this is beneficial for careers where you need some attention, any public activities, people who work with their audience or clients. Venus in Sagittarius can help you to kind of like present yourself in a better way. So for some kind of public campaigns or for some kind of advertisement, for also sharing your expertise, Venus in Sagittarius is very beneficial. And this is what we will have for the next couple of weeks. So the next couple of weeks are very, I would say, uplifting when it comes to relationships, our desires, focusing on the future, allowing ourselves to dream more. And specifically today, Venus is also the ruler of the Sun, which is in Libra, the South Node, which is in Libra, Lilith, which is in Libra, the Moon, which is in Taurus, and Uranus also in Taurus. So Venus is currently in control of many other planets, including the luminaries, which are the two most important planets. So this ingression of Venus in Sagittarius has like a multiple influence on different things and different areas of our lives. There is a very nice aspect between Venus and the Sun. It's called semi-quintile. And the aspects between the Sun and Venus are actually quite a few. We can't have, for example, a sextile, trine, opposition, square, quincunx. Like many of the aspects between Venus and the Sun are impossible because Venus is always around the Sun, no more than 48 degrees away. So there are just a few possible aspects, and the semi-quintile is one of them. And this is actually not the only, but one of the few harmonious. We have semi-sextile and semi-quintile possible for the Sun and Venus. In other words, also, this means that we can express more, we can connect more to our real desires. And to choose them. The sun is the planet that makes this choice. Venus is the planet which brings the desires, what we really want, what's close to our heart. But then we also need to choose this. And sometimes we can't do this. But when the sun and Venus have a harmonious connection, it's time, first of all, to feel what you really want, but then also to choose this in particular. And it's not even about taking the action yet. This is the next step. Before that, we really need to choose to kind of like stay behind the things that we really want. And it's a great time to think about this. Are you really choosing the things that you also want, the things that you would like? Because you may notice for many of us, especially if you have a challenging aspect between the Sun and Venus in your chart, or there are some issues with them, you may want something, and yet you may not choose this thing. So, yeah, this is one of the topics I've been thinking about recently. So it really resonates with what's currently going on. And the moon in Taurus today helps us to be more grounded, to focus on more practical things, brings more patience, I would say more focus on comfort and yeah, just feeling good. So do something that would make you feel good. Do something for your body, something that will make you feel more stable where you are right now. The other interesting configuration we have is Yod configuration, or finger of God, between the Sun and Uranus and Neptune. Also extremely interesting because Uranus and Neptune are two outer planets, and they are the most idealistic planets. They are also related to something that we may see as a great vision or some kind of dream or some kind of ideal that we might be pursuing. And the Sun is the most personal planet, the planet which is again related to our individuality and the choices that we make. So this configuration suggests that we can consciously explore, first of all, the things that we are dreaming about, and also our ideals, and to kind of like personally connect to this. Because very often also we may have some kind of ideal, or it may feel like, oh, it would be great if something, and usually it sounds bigger than us. It's something that either could be related to other people as well, or, you know, is having more impact, something like this, usually with Uranus and Neptune. But again, this doesn't necessarily mean that we are pursuing this or that we are consciously doing something. And you know what is the greatest part here? When the Sun connects to Uranus and Neptune, the first step to focus on is how you personally can align to this dream or ideal that you may have. Because we cannot accomplish something, make it happen, if we are not in alignment energetically with this thing. If we feel much lower, then it's just a vague dream, ideal, but it's not something that we are really able to kind of like experience in our life and also share with others. So you can focus on what is really important for you in kind of like bigger terms, and see what could be a step that will connect you or get you closer to this level. If you have, again, I repeat this, if you have some kind of ideal, something that is very important for you, you have to make sure that you are on the same level, or usually we are not on this level. So to get closer to it, what can you do to become more in alignment with your vision, your ideals, something that you really want to experience in your life or create in your life or create for others, and so on. So a bit of a, time for personal reassessment, the sun. There is an applying square with Pluto, but it will be more exact in the next few days. So we will talk to it. We will talk about it when we get to it. So interesting day, a day which is bringing more excitement, a day that changes generally the picture, because recently we had no fire energy, and this was quite obvious. Venus finally moving to Sagittarius is changing the atmosphere. Not too much fire. Again, the fire is not a dominant element yet, but there is something to work with. So think about this, enjoy the day, allow yourself to get closer to your dreams, I would say. That's the most important. So have a lovely day, my friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.